Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Matt Leschber here with 1836 Property Management, once again in beautiful Austin, Texas. So this video is to discuss why maintenance costs so much. The truth is it's a process. So every time we send out an estimate, because it's 2022 and inflation is through the roof, owners go, oh my goodness, how could this possibly cost so much? When I replaced this 10 years ago, it was only half as much. Well, they're right on all accounts. So we're going to dig into the process to share with you the why behind pricing in today's market. First, resolving maintenance is a process. It costs time and resources. We don't just call someone down the street, they happen to have something in their backyard and they walk over and in their spare time fix it for you. It's just not how it works. As a property management company, we have to follow a larger process to ensure things are done right, legally, and with insurance from providers that we can trust. Number one, assess the issue in person on site. Somebody has to actually go out to the property, take a peek, see if the tenant just flipped a switch or if the dishwasher is actually not working. Once they do find it's not working, then it takes time to diagnose. Now mind you, they had to drive that truck with gas, insurance, logoed clothing, a warehouse, all the way to the site just to see if something was working properly. We've got to strategize to solve the problem. So it could be simply a backed up line that needs to be cleaned up. It could be parts that need to be ordered. We could not be able to tell what the problem is because one thing's not working that leads to something else. This happens frequently with HVAC systems. Number three, that vendor has to acquire the parts and the personnel. What if it takes a specialist? We send out somebody because it looks like an HVAC problem. Turns out it's an electrical issue. So we've got to not only find the labor or the specialized person to do that job, but we've got to obtain the parts. And we know in 2022, everything has been back ordered. Number four, we've got to fix the issue in person on site. So after we called in, processed some paperwork, scheduled, sent someone out, they assessed it, they went back, they ordered the parts, we found the right person. Now we've still got to go back to the property for a second trip to address the issue and hope we can find the problem. Number five, after we've solved all this, let's say we got it right on the first time, we've still got to deal with accounting and bills. And we know that that takes money and time. Keep in mind that every one of these vendors we use has facilities to maintain, insurance. Reliability is an issue. You don't want to call a vendor back and say, remember you worked on my house? And I don't remember going to your house. No, you have to be reliable. So we can't call a guy down the street who may or not still be down the street when that issue arises again. Warranty services. We need HVAC vendors or plumbing vendors that can go back and collaborate with providers. If you've got a Kohler faucet, for example, that faucet may be covered under warranty. The labor may not, but it'll still help. That's why we use great vendors. Don't forget, they've got to pay taxes just like you and I and keep everything else in working order so they can serve you the one time per year that you need them. I want to share a little story with you about a maintenance issue that I had at my house, just to put this in perspective, because we've all done this. So I needed something fixed and I had to go to Lowe's 3 times. It was an umbrella in the backyard, 3 trips. The first trip, I think the screw was too short. The second trip, it was too fat. The next one, there was something else wrong because it wouldn't fit in the depth of the pre-cut holes. 3 trips to Lowe's for 1 screw to fix an umbrella. So everything you do that you think, oh, this is so easy, I can get it done, runs into unintended things that come up. So be aware that those vendors have to keep those parts on stock, order them, and they've been through all this. So hopefully they can fix it on the first trip because your residents, if it's summertime in Texas, need HVAC, cold air, blowing on them at all times. It was 115 this year? And in the winter, well, we had the ice age last year. So there's always something that we've got to get going right then when we're on site. Trust the professionals. Don't call somebody from down the street that may or may not make your problem worse. We've got numerous stories that we're going to share with you on another channel on YouTube to help you hear some of the stories that we hear of owners who go, oh no, so-and-so will fix it cheap. And then they wait, and then they get another bid, and then the roof caves in. That's coming soon. Our pleasure to always support you guys, help you reach your investing goals. Find us online at 1836propertymanagement.com or 512-994-4323. We're happy to connect with you today and see how we can make your investing more successful.